What's up, y'all? So today, how did my garden slash farming page end up being like a home remodel thing? Pretty crazy. I was thinking about that today. But anyway, so kitchen is all done. Update. Yeah, this is all set in. Issue though, these old houses, for some reason, they put like the waistline way up high. So we got the deeper sinks, and now we have an issue. We got like a 3.5 inch clearance. So gotta find one of these weird little adapters that are like a little more low profile, or lift the cabinets up. And yeah, that one's sanded down. We're gonna paint that. Range hood should be arriving in 10 seconds. UPS truck just went here. That'll be up. Hopefully that's tomorrow's. Right now we are going to do some drywall. Insulation is in, pieces over there, get that in, and yeah. Can't wait to get the kitchen done so that I can be out with these dudes again. They're gonna be on the road for a couple hours. I have a range hood to install. Also, we cleaned the water tank, it's a lot cleaner. But in doing so, I had to break the seal here, and now we have a little leak going. We were cleaning it out over the weekend, I had to break it. So once this is done, I had to recalk it and then, put it on there. It was like silicone or something. So, and that's clean too. Just clean it out every now and then. Well, like every other week. So, keep the dudes, give them some clean water. And these two little ladies, I think I cut off on the other one, but the greatest investment ever is the automatic float valve. I just basically connected it to this. Had to get a little creative with this. The other one, I got to get a little creative with that as well. I broke the handle because it was like sun-baked. I went to turn it off really quickly and then cracked the entire handle. So just got to find a way to fix the handle to where it doesn't leak, and it'll be back to working great. We'll have 2 totes at the time. And these 2 young ladies, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, huh? I'm waiting to go back to the house. I call them the Clover Patch Kids. They've been eating all the clovers over there in the garden, so they're getting nice and fat on clovers, huh? Here is our range hood. Pretty nice. That's gonna go all the way up the wall since we removed the cabinets. Drilled a hole. Yeah, I remembered the measurement, but I was a little bit off. So the center is actually here, which I actually marked the first time. So I did a pilot hole earlier, but now we're just gonna go straight to a 1/2 inch. So now we just cut a circle there. We got this done. One missing part, that's a 7-inch. And the thing that's on top of this is a 6-inch. So I'm gonna need to get an adapter. The only one I found was only one, and that's in Pine Top, like at Ace Hardware. So I'm gonna have to find one somewhere. I had to reuse the old pipes, which is fine with me. They weren't that bad. They were a little bit thicker too, rather than like, well, as you can see, like here. See how thick that is? Now compared to these new ones, look how thin that is. So it's cool with me, so check this out. All right, sorry. For some reason I hit stop, but ultimate test, turned the water on, no leaks. And now we got a faucet going and there were no leaks. Let's hope there's no leaks. Oh, there is a leak somewhere coming out. Ah, that's the P-trap. Okay. That's why we test, so I was pretty excited there was no leaks earlier, but you see a little drip coming down right here. You can see the little P-trap right here. But I'm going to be on the lookout for this type of pipe. This is the old one, and also one of these, so that way I can find something like this. Maybe even like a slim style P-trap or something. Just something a little bit kind of like a little bit thinner right here. That makes sense. I mean, even this, if you lose that 1/2 inch there, this would be pretty perfect. And then we wouldn't have this little issue back here with the water coming down. So it looks like it stopped. So I just tightened it. like another quarter turn and it stopped. So no drip. Cool. We got water. Good. There's no leaks. The strainer basket, no leaks, no leaks, no leaks, none. So this is actually the waistline for the filter, which I got to put back in here. My biggest issue was with this. If you're gonna do like a deep sink, my suggestion to y'all would be to check your waistline back. What's up, y'all? So today, how did my garden slash farming page end up being like a home remodel thing? Pretty crazy. I was thinking about that today. But anyway, today we are going to do a little painting. We're gonna paint the back entryway. So here, here, and over here. We got the blue paint, so all that's ready. All that we got to do is tape this off and we're good. And then we get the paint. Let's do this thing. Oh, still gotta roll up the electric cord. And well, we're gonna keep that there. Oh, you see that? You see that? It's painted. Check it out. Oh yeah, that is awesome. Pretty solid. I think one more coat maybe tomorrow will do, you know. Ooh, what is this thing? Check that out. It's like a flying spider. It's got huge legs. Y'all see that? That is crazy. Whoa. Never seen one of those. I'm telling you, man, this summer, with all the rain and moisture that we've gotten, there's like so many different kinds of bugs that have been coming out. So I wanted to paint it after the trim, but I figured this will probably be better. That way you get all the coverage, and then we'll do the trim afterwards. The trim, we'll just touch it up with, what do you call that, like a paintbrush. So yeah, it looks pretty awesome. Well, what do we have here, ladies and gentlemen? We have a stuck little goat. What's up, goats? These are the worst places to get a goat stuck. This, and then actually the one far worse than this is where it's double fenced and the near T-post. Hey, Kate, no, out. So let's get her unstuck. All right, calm down. Hey, don't be mean. Hey, don't be mean. All right, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. You're almost there. Alright. Yeah, those ones get feisty. And Kate's taking some little cheap shots at her. Don't be mean. Just because they were mean to you. Yeah, they were all picking on her when she was younger. She was new to the herd. Those are the worst ones to have a kid or just a goat in common to have stuck in. Second is like, way in the corner where it's like doubled. They're a little bit thinner, and then right near the post. I mean, those are the worst, especially if you have like a T-post clip or a wire sticking out like that. They can poke themselves and get hurt pretty bad. So first thing you gotta do is try to calm them down a little bit, and then sometimes it's difficult to do, but the crazy ones are the sheep when they get stuck. We had a little lamb do that the other day. I think it was this one actually. It was you, huh? It got stuck in here over here by the water tank, and you can't really grab them anywhere because they don't have a horn or anything. And a lot of the time it's just their wool bunching up against the fence like this, and it just like, you know, like how my skin is doing, but the wool, I mean, they're already like 2 inches thick. It bunches up and they can't get out of it no matter how much you try. So, you know, you just kind of have to try to. I usually grab like the bottom of their jaw on the side. Kind of crazy. It's like you're breaking somebody's neck. But anyway, I never broke anybody's neck. But you know, you grab them and then you grab like the kind of top of their side of their head and kind of maneuver them around, and then just kind of push them back majority of the time they start pulling and jumping around, so it's kind of crazy, but yeah, the fun and joy of it. And right now we have birds because of all the rain where the water has settled. We got a bunch of birds, and it's terrible for springtime when we're shearing. I mean, like this little lady's already got a bird. You can see it right here, right here. So that's the only thing, trying to control birds. You really can't, you know. Anyway, that's, I guess, some little lesson going on out of that. And patience and, yeah, just controlling the animal, basically all it is. So other than that, it's just maneuvering to go to the sheep's head, learning how to maneuver it without hurting your hand and the animal, so, or one or the other, or both, whichever makes sense to you. So, like the birds I've been telling you about, I'm pretty sure most of you know what a burr is. I took some of them out yesterday, but I need gloves for the other ones. For these things, they get bigger. They look like this, and wherever there's an abundance of water, they end up like that. Sheep and goats like to eat some of the leaves on there, so they go in there and they get tattered up with all those burrs, and that's how it happens. And come springtime, we're shearing. It's a pain to try to shear around that, so really can't control all of it. During a drought or whatever, we can. You just avoid the area. Mainly was over here where that big pond is. Other than that, there was really nowhere else. But due to all the rain this year, we're getting birds all over the place. So these young ladies are they got so used to, well, Stella, she was a bottle baby. She was actually a triplet to Whitey. Whitey refused her, like rejected her after about 2 weeks. I think animals just have that instinct to where, you know, they realize that, hey, I can't sustain enough milk for all three or whatever. They just reject one animal, and I got her just in, you know, like that, actually, like the day after. Took care of her. We had one twin lamb. There was something wrong with his hip. Worked with him for about 3 weeks. Was getting better. But then I think the mom also took her back. But then the mom, I don't know, the animals have this instinct to where it's like they sense or whatever that baby is not gonna make it. What the mom did was just got spooked for some strange reason and just totally knocked that lamb over. I mean, let's say I'm the mom, is the lamb, and she just, bam, hit her right there, stomach, punched it with one leg, jumped over, that lamb just flipped like twice. Yeah, that lamb just hit hard as hell on the ground, and just didn't get better after that. I mean, 3-4 days, I think it was 4 days of just struggling. I tried to stand it up, work with it again, and that fourth night, sometime in the night, that little lamb died. So see, it's out of nowhere. You got a burr. I mean, they're not hard to pull out, but where's I going with this? The triplet lambs actually, lamb chop. The mom took her back. I think the mom just wanted a little break. She was a triplet, so we took her back for about 2 or 3 weeks. She decided not to drink milk anymore. So we brought her back, and she just ran to the herd, and the mom was like, bah, and then clicked, just like that. And the mom took her back, and it was like, whoa, all right, that's cool, right on. We had another triplet, it was a goat. She had triplets, but the kid had died. I think it starved. This was about a week after she had triplets. I mean, she was taking care of them really well. So I just kind of, the first like 3-4 days is pretty critical for a lamb, kid, any baby animal. You got to keep an eye on them. So that's what I was doing. And just like I think it was like day 5, 6, I didn't see that little lamb. She was like back here, not lamb, kid. She was laying back here, so I figure, all right, little kid is still sleeping. That's cool. Take him out. Yeah, here's a little baby one. Take the herd out. They come back. She's kind of walking around. I'm like, all right, cool. She's up and about. The next day, I didn't see her. I'm like, okay, maybe she's sleeping, because some lambs, some kids, they have like certain areas in the sheep pen, in the pen, not the sheep, but sheep goat pen, that they'll find, especially with the traditional style corral like we have, with the leaning logs. I mean, they'll creep into like the tiniest places you wouldn't even see them. I've seen him do that, and you find him later. So I was like, maybe he's sleeping. The next day, same thing, and I can't find him. I looked everywhere. So finally, the day after that, so I was at like day 4 after that. That's like gonna be the 4th day. I see her around this time, and she was like just laying there, panting, just kind of like motionless. And I go over there, pick her up, and it was just like, I think she was really hungry, so really couldn't do anything. Took her back to the house, gave her a little bit of milk, and then that night she just died. So it was just one of those ones that I really couldn't, help, because I just kind of couldn't find her. Well, I couldn't find her at all. I looked all over for 2 days, and I just couldn't find her. But you learn from mistakes. So farming and ranching, this is just experience. Mistake after experience leads to knowledge. That's basically all I've found since my family, my grandparents grew up doing this. My mom was a sheep herder growing up. My first job was sheep herding as a little kid. 3-4 years old, I'm out there with my uncle. He's 3 years older than I am. We're out there in the middle of nowhere herding sheep. They're so crazy, different times. Man, you can't even do that to a kid nowadays. It's like pretty nuts, right? But different times, man. We're out in the middle of nowhere, so. But then you got wildlife and everything going on, so it's like, I don't think anybody was ever really worried, like, oh, they're fine type of mentality, I think. So I don't know, but honestly, I think it was just like a totally different time, different era. But I'm glad I had to experience that, I know my weekly videos haven't been there. Still trying to get this house done. I'm busy with all that project, so I just feel like it's kind of an excuse for me, but I'm like, man, I'm tired after doing all that, so I'm gonna get back to it though. I guess while we're out here, these things work. The little hills that I put up, they diverted the water this way. This road was just, what do you call it, like a gully. Same with the ones over here. I mean, they worked. Stopped the water, diverted down this way. So, I mean, it's got to it just in time. I think I did a video of that, the pond that we did at the sheep corral. I mean, that worked out perfect too, but the only thing was we should have built it up maybe 3-4 feet higher again, but I think it still would have overflowed because there was a lot of water. It was crazy, but it worked. And yeah, you just gotta keep working to make it better. So we're gonna stop here. All right, ladies, let's go. We're gonna get a exterior paint project done, trim tomorrow. I'll just do a little touch of paint on that. And yeah, once that touch of paint is on, I mean, we're done with the exterior of the back entryway. I'm just hoping we get a little bit more rain. You can see all the green is gone. It's fine. We're getting ready for winter. Once that paint's on, that's it, man. We just got to do the cabinet, that corner one next to the stove. And after that, everything else is inside. Well, folks, should we do a little reveal? Countertop is screwed down. Gonna get the adapter tomorrow. Look for one. We're gonna mud this room here. And most of all, second coat is on. Look at that. Amazing, amazing. Trim is next. Hopefully it dries out here in the next couple hours. Then we can put the trim in. Look at that. Amazing, right? Now we're gonna get to mudding. Let's do a quick update. One little piece missing. I did not, how do you say it, foresee this happening, but I guess it's a good thing I caught it. But as you can see, let's step back. But it looks nice, right? That one little piece is the trim on this side. Little 1x2. Looks pretty sweet. Now we're gonna paint the whole top 1x4. So, look at that. Very sweet. Caulk the screws, touch of paint, and we'll be good. This is just placement. Line this up. If I didn't do 1x4s, it would have had like a little 1-inch space here. That would have been no bueno. So just gotta get see if they have little plastic coverings here, and then we'll be good. You pretending to be asleep?